everybody, and welcome to today's video. We're going to work out in the garden, and guess what we're planting? Potatoes. So we have some potatoes that I got free about 3 months ago, and they all sprouted. Instead of throwing them away, we're going to plant these, and this will probably give me about 50 pounds of potatoes at the end of the growing season. So let's get started. Today's a big day. We have a lot of gardening to do. Days to get a lot of gardening done. Sometimes I feel like a farmer. You know, when the weather is nice, you got to get out in the fields. And I'm going to share with you some really different information. I'm going to share with you how I plant my potatoes. I'm going to get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work the ground. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work the ground real fresh, and then we'll get planting our potatoes. Alright, so we have the ground worked and we have the leaves worked into the ground. Now we have a string line. So I make a string line to where I want to plant my potatoes. I have my trusty hoe. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a furrow for my potatoes. So it's going to probably be about 275 feet long. So we're going to start with that next. We have to take our potatoes and we have to cut where the eyes are. So one potato is actually going to give you more than one plant. Now I'm going to knock off some of the sprouts. So this one has 2 eyes in it. This one has 3. Now you can do it 2 different ways. You can cut your potatoes a couple days to a week ahead of time, or you cut them right before planting. There's no right or wrong way of doing that. I like to cut mine right before planting. So it's hard to believe that these are going to give me about 50 pounds, and it didn't cost me anything, because the potatoes were free. That has a rotten spot, but that's fine because we're going to plant it. Alright, I'm going to finish cutting these up and then we'll plant them. And now we cover them up. There's a lot of compost right here. Now I'm not covering them up that much because I will add dirt as they grow. And then we always tap it down so the soil has good connection with whatever you're planting. That way if you have a heavy rain, the soil isn't going to wash away from the top of it. And that's what the string is for, so you know where you planted. Looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and do another 75-foot row. And I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, the potatoes are done. So this whole patch that you see now, that is potatoes. And I always say potatoes are probably the hardest thing to do. Digging trenches, and I like to plant them this way though. I know a lot of people plant them in straw and plant them in other things. I just do everything the old-fashioned way. Now there's probably about 3 inches of leaves on all of this, so there's a lot of compost. As you can see, I put leaves on all of my whole garden pretty much. And I'm not lacking in leaves because what you're seeing here is my maple tree. It's huge. Huge maple tree. In fact, I don't know if the camera can even get it all. It's that big. So I do use leaves in my garden. And that's what everything is looking like right about now. I'm really happy I got this done. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a break before I start with something else. So that, everybody, is my video for today. How do you plant potatoes? I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you watch some of my gardening videos, because there's going to be a lot of them, because that's what I'm doing these days. I got my post up there. I'm going to be working on tomatoes coming up here this week. And there you go, everyone. That's how I plant potatoes. I just want to take one moment and say thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for what you've done for me over the weekend. I made a video asking for your help about a situation where on Instagram somebody took my name and made an account and were contacting other people. They were contacting them in order to try to sell them something, but it wasn't me. I never in my wildest dreams would realize that thousands of people took upon themselves to report that page. And I want to thank you. Because of all of you, that page has been shut down. You know, it just never ceased to amaze me, the love and support that you all have given me through the years. And I really want to thank you. I couldn't have done it on my own. It was because of so many of you taking upon yourselves to message whoever it was and to message Instagram that got that page shut down. It makes me realize in this world that we live in, there is a lot of injustice that happens. But you know what? There's a lot of people like you who stand up for what's right. You took a few moments of your time, which you didn't have to do, to help someone like me, someone you don't even know. You've made a world of a difference in my life. And I want to thank you so much. I take people at my heart. And when they did that, you know, whoever it is, I'm assuming it's even somebody from another country who thought, hey, here's a channel with people that love her. Why don't I use her name? Whatever it was, that person realized something real quick, that people that are friends with Tessie and friends of my channel, they stood up for what's right, and they made sure they took upon themselves to get things straightened out. Thank you guys for everything. I am deeply humbled and deeply moved by the kindness of all of you. I hope you realize that you are special to me, and I hope you realize that you are as close to me as anyone could ever be. Thanks for everything.